Sometimes we forget why we're here. It's easy to fall off track. These help us remember.
These battle scars don't look like they're faded, don't look like they're ever gone away. They ain't never gonna change. These battles.
Growing up I had a dream, something no one else could see. Tell me what it means when your faith is falling beneath your knees and you can't breathe. Everything you see reminds you of what you're not or something you won't be. You gotta take what you're given, that's how we live it. Don't be mad at the system, it's simply how we've existed. I hear a lot of people talking like they politicians and choose to be an accountant because it's safe in a business. Not because they wanna do it, just because they heard it pays. And who the fuck wants to be poor knowing that's how we've been raised? Society is getting heavy, I can feel the weight. The pressure of success is like 100 million pounds of shame. And that's the reason I'm staying up late, trying to find a way to escape the stereotypes this day and age is making me feel like the only way I'll be happy is getting signed to a label and making money through rapping. I wanna share my emotion because this world is attacking the very principle of life that lets the people be happy. If you don't have a reason to breathe, why even live? These battle scars are impressions of everything that it is.
Don't look like they're faded, don't look like they're ever gone away. They ain't never gonna change. These battle scars don't look like they're faded, don't look like they're ever gone away. They ain't never gonna change. These battles.
Now, if I had a voice that reached 100 million people, I'd tell them there's a reason that we're all created equal. Cause some decide to be great and some decide a sequel to an average person's life is simply what they want to be. So you make your decision, all I know is what I'm given. Won't define the life I lead or the way I dwell in existence. I've seen a greater image on the walls of where I'm living, and the words twisted and scripted remind me of something written. Faith is a gift that is given down to the people. If one believes it, one receives it. It's given if it is needed. Don't ever think you're trapped in a life that you never wanted. Your options are infinite, that's some mathematical logic. I'm not saying I'm a prophet, I'm speaking for what it's worth. These lyrics define my prayers and these battle scars on my church. Not saying I'm a prophet, I'm speaking for what it's worth. These lyrics define my prayers, these battle scars on my church.
Don't look like they're faded, don't look like they're ever gone away. They ain't never gonna change. These battle scars don't look like they're faded, don't look like they're ever gone away. They ain't never gonna change. These battles.
Oh, that's awful close. Let's see if we could back this off a little. Hey there, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Told you I'd probably do a show tonight, but I definitely will not be doing one tomorrow. Now, why isn't that filling up the whole screen? Okay, that is good. And I did play with this. And look, I got nice rounded corners. I want to, what hand is going up? Yep, it's going behind it. Everyone's avatar is in full view. So I'm getting there. I'm getting there with the tech stuff. Again, as I said, I hope y'all are doing well. We're going to do another quick show tonight. My hair is all messy. I haven't eaten any dinner. I'm like at peak autism today, I swear. Wayne made these brats and like I should like them. My fellow autists will understand. First I'm looking at them and I'm like, I don't like the color. Ugh, I don't like the color. I'm so weird. And then I took one bite of them and it tasted like the color. Though I suppose they probably were delicious. And I just gave that bite to the dog and I didn't eat. Autistic people get so weird about food. And I'm like in one of my super weird stages. If I don't like the color, I'm done. I know that might seem really weird to some people, but they were too pale. I don't like pale food. Pale food really grosses me out. So it was these pork brats and they were so pale. It reminded me, I don't know. I can't describe it. And I'm still so weirded out by the color. I'm going to And thank you, Casey. I like that I was able to get the chat up. It's much prettier than the restream chat. But I'm going to try to get, I got the pink background on there, but I'm going to try to get a cooler background. But for right now, the pink was good. It was better than last time. So let's do the YouTuber stuff. And then we'll get started. Please subscribe to the channel. Like it if you like it or dislike it. I don't care. Well, I mean, I do care, but it still is engagement. And yeah, so, and share it if you feel like it. JJ, that's racist. No, I like some white food, but I don't know. I'm so weird. Things that I don't expect to be pale, if they're pale, I get freaked out. Like I've seen white hot dogs before, or maybe those are brats. I don't know. I get so freaked out by that. It's like it's albino. I think of, this is going to sound really weird, okay? But when I lived in Florida, there's something in Florida called palmetto bugs. Basically giant evil roaches that fly at your face. Well, I once saw an albino palmetto bug. And then there was this Stephen King story. I don't remember the name of it. Maybe you guys will remember. It was about a textile factory where somebody got hired to clean out rats in the basement. And they were just like killing them with these high pressure hoses. But then it turned out there was like a sub basement, and now I'm fascinated by sub basements. So there was a sub basement, and that's where the rats were coming from. So they went down to the sub basement, and then there was a sub basement to the sub basement, and they found like the king rat, and it was this big pale wormy thing. That's all I think about when I see pale food, is that Stephen King story, which must have traumatized me as a child. Does anyone remember what that story was called? I think it was in one of his compilations of stories. But did anyone else read that story? And did that freak them out about the Rat King in the sub-basement? And then the rest of the rats were chewing through the hose. So the guy got trapped. Oh, I'm like still freaked out by the story. I hope someone else read it and can tell me what the name of it is. I don't remember. And I don't even remember what Stephen King book it was in. And like, he's such a good horror author. It is too bad he's just like got such shit political takes, because he is a really good political author. Anyway, so now you know why I don't like pale food. It's all because of Stephen King. It's Stephen King's fault. What do you think about this 1970s jacket I have on? Isn't that something like, it reminds me of those crushed velvet couches. Anyway, I am just all full of weird stories tonight. Please follow me on Twitter. We're getting to the rest of the stuff. Karen Ann Harlos. We've been having a lot of fun on Twitter. Let's do it while we can, while it lasts. And lastly, but certainly not leastly, I would appreciate your support on Patreon at patreon.com/Pink Flame of Liberty. And yes, I do have my sangria. I thought Wayne was going to make it with white wine, but it's made with rosé. It's good. I want to try. Was that called? No, was it Graveyard? Was it in the book called, the compilation called Graveyard Shift? Is that the same one the Mangler was in? Because that story freaked me out too. Okay, my mom, like, warped me. Ever since as long back as I can remember, my mom took me to horror films. Like, I've seen all the classic ones. Like, I was super little when the original Phantasm came out. Boy, oh God, that movie freaked me out. The Fog. The classics, okay? The classics. I think it was in Graveyard Shift. Was Lawnmower Man in that one too? Because that one was bizarre. But she used to belong, remember those Book of the Month clubs? And she would always get all the Stephen Kings. And I'd read them all. But one reason I have a large vocabulary today is because I read so much when I was young, but probably lots of things I should not have read. Yep. Now you know why I'm so warped. So let's get this off the screen, and we are going to go to history. Speaking of that, Wayne and I did a walk today. He's getting into mushroom hunting, not that kind of mushrooms, people, so just chill out, but just mushroom hunting in general. And me, of course, I'm into the history. So we both got something we wanted. He found some mushrooms, and I found this old building and got to explain about how the wall plates are not just decorative features, they're actually structural. But I digress. Where's my glasses? Oh, here they are. So we're going to finish today with the affiliate news that we've been spending a few episodes on. Again, this is going to be a short episode. I got shit to do. Mama got shit to do, like usual. But I want to start doing some episodes on other than LP history, even though this is my favorite. Like, there's some commentary shows I want to do, but anyway, here we go. Louisiana. Lots of good news from Louisiana. Well, that's always good to hear that there was good news in Louisiana in 1975. Membership has increased, and the state chairman appeared on an hour talk show on a Baton Rouge radio station. The LP reports that a new state law now permits filing for ballot status for only $5. I bet you it ain't that anymore. Anyone from Louisiana, let me know. And the party has nominated a professional educator, Dr. Dick Trinko, to run for state superintendent of public instruction. Trinko is a nuclear physicist and a member of the board of directors of a Montessori school. All right. Massachusetts is next. State LP Chairman David Long has launched his candidacy for mayor of Boston. Not only did Long get a good-sized story in the Boston Globe, we're going to have to look that up. My God, I've got a lot to look up. But he was also the subject of a nationally syndicated column by Libertarian conservative commentator David Brudnoy. Never heard of him. All right. Michigan. Wow. All these states now trigger me. Oh, this state has an energetic, active party. I just need to drink. Let's just drink. That sounds good to me. Aside from a successful tax protest, helped take on the pro-rent control forces in Ann Arbor and won. Rent control was soundly defeated, and more significantly, the percentage of the student vote against rent control increased from 10% to 34% over a similar referendum only 1 year ago. This was due, at least in part, to a well-organized LP educational campaign. But speaking of other topics I want to cover, I'm going to cover this kind of briefly just right now, but I'd like to do clips. I watched this documentary today on mad cow disease. Yes, my interests are varied. And it was funny, but not ha-ha funny. Just like, so they were trying to blame like people who don't want state control over anything for the fact that these cows were eating other cows, basically. If you know how, long story short, you know, the cows went mad because they were eating ground up spinal cords from other, it's really gross. But they were talking about how lack of regulation led to that. And there is no doubt in Libertopia, there will be things that happen because there wasn't regulation, just like there's things that happen today, even with regulation. All we can draw from that is things happen. And in Libertopia, you get the crap suit out of you. But anyway, so they're really like eager to blame it on Margaret Thatcher, like removing regulation from whatever, from what you can feed cows or something like that. But like glossed over in some senses, but not in other senses, the fact that this got so bad because although people knew the cows were going mad, the state regulators were so eager to protect the beef industry that they told everyone there wasn't a chance that there was a problem with eating this beef. So it's like, it was the state, but So I do want to play that that portion of that episode from the Mad Cow documentary. It's a very interesting documentary. Prions are really interesting. You can tell I'm just autistic as hell, can't you? Anyway, if you don't know much about prions, they're really interesting. Prions also cause fatal familial insomnia, which is another horrifying thing. It's as horrifying as the Rat King in the sub basement. Okay, let's continue now that we just talked about Rat Kings and Mad Cow and fatal familial insomnia. Yes, I do have rapid subject changes. Minnesota. Gun control. Hey, Jared Polis, we're talking about you. No, we're not. But we know how you love your libertarian gun control. Gun control is a central issue for party members in Minnesota, with all-out attempts being made to counter the current regulatory proposal. Petitions and information are being circulated. In addition, Claudia Jensen, last year's LP candidate for lieutenant governor, spoke before the State Ethics Commission. God, my stomach is still roiling from that pale sausage. Ugh. In addition, oh no, we talked about that. And urge that the commission abolish itself. I love it. Claudia, I don't know you. I don't even know if you're still alive, but I love you. National tax protest in Minneapolis, St. Paul was covered by 3 radio stations. Oh, and it was covered by newspapers too, so we're going to have to look that up. Before we move on to Mississippi, I do want to remind you all that all super chats matter. So do super thanks. Yes, I am shamelessly grifting. I think I'm going to need to read that Graveyard Shift book again. I want to read about the Rat King again. Why do I re-subject myself to childhood trauma? I don't know. Maybe to forget LP trauma? Because the Rat King is definitely worse than the rat fuck. Hey, you like how I tied all that together? Okay, Mississippi. This state may be the next one to have a newly affiliated LP. An organizational meeting is being held on June 21st in Jackson. Nebraska, another state LP joins the fold. Boy, there was a lot of affiliations going on. As Nebraska submitted its petition for affiliation to the National Party, officers are... Is that Dale Bales or Dale Balls? Whatever. If it was Dale Balls, you're based, dude. H. Wade, Chairman, Vice Chair, Marcia Balls. I think it is Balls. Secretary, and Dave Danielson, Treasurer. They got a lot of balls in that family. Nevada. Reports from Nevada. Actually, reports from Las Vegas, I just wanted to say that again, show that Libertarian Party candidate James Burns, Jim Libertarian Burns, he wasn't called that yet, finished 6th in a field of 9. His outspoken and uncompromising platform won a great deal of media attention for Burns and the party. New Jersey. Oh, this does continue on another page, so will we get to it all? It says continued on page 5, but I don't think I have a page 5. I do. Well, we'll see if we get to it all. Maybe not. I didn't realize it was continued on another page. The state LP has elected 5 candidates to run for state assembly in the November general election. A spirited group of anti-tax demonstrators from the LP assembled at George Washington's headquarters in Morristown to protest taxation in April. They were joined by various taxpayers and conservative groups. The protest was specifically directed against the controversial proposed state income. Sorry about that. Drank that wine too fast. A major issue in local politics. Oh my God. And then there's another newspaper. We're going to be doing a lot of newspaper reports for bonus episodes. New York. National Tax Protest Days activities in New York City and Albany received extensive media coverage. The picket And Albany was covered on 2 TV stations. And it says, please turn to page 5. Let me find page 5, which I had out of order. That's why I didn't think I had a page 5, but I do. It's right here. Oh, no, we're not getting to all of this. We're going to finish with New York. Oh, my God, this is long. And then this is going to be another day. Yeah, Coneheads were pretty scary, and they were pale, too. We're just reliving all kinds of trauma. Why do they show kids Old Yeller? That's what I want to know. What kind of sadist thought that was something that was appropriate to show children? Think of the children. I'm going to think of my wine. And if y'all have any questions or any other topics, just stick it up there on chat, people. My little Harambe is staring at me here. We remember. Never forget. All right. We're going to continue on this New York update. It's freaking long. And in the, oh my God, these names, I'll never pronounce that. Schenectady Gazette. I have no idea if I pronounced that right, but it's close enough. The Manhattan demonstrators were interviewed at length by WBAI, a radio station whose listeners are largely politically conscious left liberals. LP National Chairman Ed Crane spoke in April, both to the Free Libertarian Party convention and to libertarians in Ithaca. On the Cornell campus, his talk dwelt on the continuing demise of the Republican Party. I think we missed the mark on that one. They're still around. A witness claims, did the witness speak under cover of anonymity? A witness claims that the following is an actual quotation from Crane's remarks. Let me list the states where the Republicans control the executive and legislative arms. Pause. Kansas. Crane was also interviewed by the Ithaca TV station. Carol Cohen, FLP candidate for mayor of Poughkeepsie, however the hell you pronounce that. JJ, how dare you say titty in my chat? You're not allowed to say titty in my chat. I am a good Christian virgin woman. You're not allowed to say titty in my chat. Just so you know. No titties. Speaking of titties, I'm wearing my bullet bra. Look how pointy this thing is. I gotta do the side view. I got the sweater girl going on. I love my frickin' bullet bra. There's nothing better than pointy boobs. That was random. But yes, I got it from What Katie Did. Yeah, ladies know that vintage store. But I love my frickin' bullet bra. Pew pew. Okay. I'm continuing. Carol Cohen. This is so random, isn't it? I am on such a stream of consciousness tonight because of that damn pale bra. FLP candidate coffee stain. Do you see that like circle? See that? Now, not the pink circle. That's where I need to look up a newspaper. But you see that yellow circle? You can kind of see it better on the back. Maybe that was me. Maybe that's a wine stain. Never mind. I think that's my... Never mind. It's my wine glass. I'm such an idiot. Oh, and we seem to have lost all of the chats from JJ. Look up on the screen. It's all Casey Jones. But no JJ. JJ. Ecamm dropped just to get rid of you. I don't know what you did. But by the way, there is no way in hell the stream is getting monetized. All because of you, JJ. I'm blaming you. And did Mike ever answer you on when we're getting back to Cultivar ONR? Ellen Davis, FLP candidate for... Okay, it's Dutchess County, but I thought it said FLP candidate for Dutchess. I'm like, we vote on that? I want to run for Duchess. Karen Ann Harlow's for Duchess. Just so you know. County executive has also been issuing press releases analyzing the issues. She has decried. We don't do enough decrying lately. I decry that. Just like last episode, bemoan. I decry and bemoan whatever the current thing is. On smoking in public places, suggested municipalization. Got it. Of garbage disposal, and blasted tax-funded dial-a-ride transit. The new state party organization under the leadership of Gary Greenberg is in the process of expanding its stock of available literature. The FLP is commissioning the writing of 3 general leaflets. An introduction to the FLP. I'd love to see these. I've never seen these. The FLP in the news, and suggested reading, and a series of issues papers on inflation, victimless crimes, taxation, energy, free trade, and land controls. I don't even know if anyone's back. Like, say something in chat if you're back, because I don't know what this resume did. It allowed me to resume the stream, but I don't know if that means on YouTube it's continuing the same video, or if it started another video. Let me know. I'd love to know. Until then, I'm going to have some rosé. God, my stomach is still freaking out over that damn brat. Wayne. No more pale food. Pale food is banned from this home. I see Samuel Bowler. Okay, thank you. Thank you for commenting. Now, not that I would care that I'm talking to myself, because it's not like I don't do that all the time. Like, literally. I think that's normal. I talk to myself all the frickin' time. I mumble, though. Like, not even when I'm upset about something. I have a constant dialogue going on, which is why I suffer from chronic insomnia. Because my brain never frickin' stops. It's maddening. Just thought I'd overshare there. The state party is also exploring ways to increase internal and external educational activities, the selection of the porcupine. As the party mascot was explained by Greenberg in a statement to the press, after observing that political writers and cartoonists enjoy using a symbolic animal to represent a political party, he said, "The porcupine is a non-aggressive animal that minds its own business. Its quills are used solely as a defensive weapon. As I said, grab the pine, get the quills. Contrary to popular belief, porcupines do not shoot their quills." I think they do, though. Only an attacker can be harmed by and he misspelled it here, porcupine. That doesn't mean they don't shoot them, though. It means they shoot them defensively. Porcupines, I think, do shoot their quills, don't they? Or is it... Am I wrong? We're going to have to look that up. A resolution passed by the recent state convention called for an immediate and unconditional amnesty for deserters from the American Armed Forces and resistors to service therein. Let's look up. Do porcupines shoot their quills? I think they do. Again, it might be defensive, but that doesn't mean they don't shoot. Do porcupines... Yes, look up. This is obviously a common... These quills typically lie flat until a porcupine is threatened, then leap to attention. I love that description. As a persuasive deterrent. Oh, God, I love that sentence. Porcupines cannot shoot them at predators, as once thought. I thought they did. But the quills do detach easily when touched. Then how do these people get, like, faces full of quills? Like, did they stick their face in a porcupine? Okay, let me try to find a picture that I'm thinking of, because that makes no sense. Of this dude who has a face, not a dog, because I could see a dog sticking its face into a porcupine. But I don't see a person doing this. And I'm trying to find this picture. Most of the pictures, when you look up porcupine attack, it's dogs. Okay, yeah. Okay. Man with porcupine quill stuck in his head. This is on Reddit. I'm going to show you this. Actually, I'm going to download the picture. Save image as. Did this dude stick his face in a porcupine? If a porcupine can't shoot its quills, I want to know how this dude got a face full of porcupine quills. Okay, I'm going to pull the picture up now. You've all seen this picture. It's super common. He's then just a dumbass. Here he is. Dumbass. Did you stick your face into a porcupine? If a porcupine, I'm just going to put it here for a second. If a porcupine cannot shoot its quills, how did this dude end up with a forehead full of quills? Did this dumbass actually stick his forehead into a porcupine? Anyone know? Because according to National Geographic, they can't shoot them. So I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. Let me know if you know. Yeah, I know. Like, holy shit. Have you ever seen the pictures of the dogs attacked by porcupines? It's insane. But that dude got fucked up. I'm going to show you, like, this. There's some really, like, serious ones of dogs. And I feel bad for... Oh, my God. Look at this. Now, this guy tried to pick up a porcupine. What kind of ass? I'm going to show you these pictures. We're going to do some porcupine quill porn right now. No, it isn't in that area. But still, what kind of dumbass would do this? But I'm trying to find the ones of these dogs that... Yeah, my God, this poor dog. But like a dog, you don't blame for being a dumbass. They're a dog. That's like a feature of being a dog. Dogs are dumbasses. That's why they're great. But like, I want to show you this picture. Give me one sec. Not of the dog. Not of that asshole. Hold on. Okay, look at this guy. Who would have tried to touch a porcupine? This is a prime asshole right there. You got what you deserved right there, trying to touch a porcupine. Okay? Look at that. Those are some fluorescent quills, though. That is definitely play stupid games, win stupid prizes. But look at this poor dog. Like a porcupine, don't let your dogs get near porcupines. A porcupine will screw your dog up. Look at this. Now I feel bad for this because again, dogs are dumbasses. That's what dogs are. Look at that dog. Did it get one in the eyeball? That one looks like it got one in the eyeball. My God. And then the tongue. Oh my God, that dog has quills in its tongue. Oh, I feel bad. I feel bad. But anyway, that's a dog. Do they grow back? Or are they like bees? Like once the stinger is out, like they die? Now I'm just like really interested. Do porcupine quills grow back? Can you guys tell that when I was a kid, which was pre-internet days because I'm old, I used to bug my parents constantly to take me to the library because I would write down all of these questions and then go ask the reference librarian. I was such a pain in the ass as a kid. Okay, just as animal hair is shed and replaced, so are the porcupine's quills. New ones begin developing within a few days after the old ones are shed or removed. I like how they said or removed. And they grow about 1 millimeter every 2 days until fully developed. Now we know. Now we know. Okay, well, we learned a lot this episode. And I didn't have to go bug the reference librarian about it. All right, I'm going to just drink for a few moments. We'll see if there are any other questions now that JJ is back. because Ecamm got tired of his shit and shut down the stream. He said, who is this asshole in the Mensa shirt? Who is this douche? Oh my god, this stream is so not monetized. This is some good rosé, though. That's some good sangria. So speaking of porcupines, I will be at PorcFest. I get in June 21st, leave June 25th, got my accommodations arranged for. I think I'm going to do a lot of live streaming from PorcFest. So I'm probably going to wear a body cam. Got to be careful, though, because a lot of things that go on at PorcFest. It's like Las Vegas. What happens at PorcFest stays at PorcFest. So I'll live stream things I can. I'm not obviously going to be live streaming the clothing optional area or any, not saying that this happens at PorcFest, but you know, in case there's any substances, will not be doing that either. I want to tell you about an awesome troll. So this is a random subject change. So apparently there was this chick on YouTube who just decided to troll the hell out of YouTube and say she identified as a man and did topless streams. And then when YouTube tried to take it down for like, you know, hey, chickadee, this isn't OnlyFans, they were like, nope, I'm a man. Like, I'm a man. If I wasn't the national secretary, I might do that just to troll. But I've got to have a little bit of respectability, okay? At least that much. All right, let's see if there's any other questions. So we talked about PorcFest, and I will be in Oregon this weekend, and apparently maybe we're going to go hiking to see beaver dams. Leave the dams to the dam experts, okay? Or maybe some shooting. I like shooting. Even though I'm a pacifist, I like shooting because I don't mind like shooting it. If we're camping, I want to be able to shoot a bear. Like, I have no problem with killing the fuck out of some animal that's trying to attack me. All right, y'all, that will be it for this evening. I do have to go do some work. Did do the postcards, sent them to Vistaprint to get candidates to run for Castle Pines City Council. And on that note, I will not see you tomorrow because I'm going to sell plasma because I be a po bitch. So I'll be doing that after work tomorrow. I don't know about Wednesday. We'll try maybe to stream Wednesday. All right. Have an awesome night. Mi guapas de libertad.
What you're given, that's how we live it. Don't be mad at the system, it's simply how we've existed. I hear a lot of people talking like they politicians or choose to be an accountant because it's safe in a business, not because they want to